Hello and welcome to another video. I am about to show you today how to make some alternative commanders for your crown forces for Armoured Clash. This is the resin commander that you get, and it's a nice little drummer boy from the crown starter set, introductory set. It's quite a nice model, the little resin guy with his steam powered wheelchair. However, he does represent what I feel is a higher echelon of command than what I want to portray. If I have more than one command group, I don't want, three or maybe more guys rolling around in wheelchairs. So I've decided to create some different looking guys from the crown stuff. And just to show you an example of a finished one here, this was a tester really. But this is what I've been going for. The guy at the front here, you can see there's a space missing there. I've deliberately messed off. This is a crown cavalryman, the guy at the top half of the guys who ride the horses, and the bottom half of a sapper with his little kilt. This guy took seconds to make, incredibly easy, and I will show you how to do that right now. So what you want to look for is bodies, and I've used the resin ones here as an example of what not to look for. These guys are holding their weapons across their body, and we're not looking for that because we want to see the belt. And the reason why we want to see the belt is, firstly, we're going to use it as a guide so that we can make the cut in the right place. And secondly, once the model is cut, the rifle is not supposed to be there anymore. It's not going to be part of the model anymore. So we don't want the extra work of clipping away the rifle. And yes, these are 10 mil. You can tell these guys are very small. Even against like a paint pot, against the size of one of these guys, they are tiny. So you could get away with it, but for the sake of going all in here, we're not going to be doing that. So what we're looking for is something like this, where we can clearly see the belt of the model. Yeah, he's got this backpack, but we don't really care about that. That's fine. The two packs at the bottom there will be left at the bottom, and you'll be able to sort of push that line where the two packs are separated, and that will make it look absolutely fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy, you're going to cut him at the belt. Now you can clipper him off a little bit further up and then make a finer cut at the belt. I would advise doing that because if you go straight in with the clippers, the arm's in the way, there's bits and bobs in the way, you might miscut and then you've lost one of your soldiers and it's going to be pretty useless afterwards. An example of a guy that might be more difficult to do is this guy here. Not impossible. There is a gap, but it is covered slightly by plastic here. You can see under the arm there. So he'll be slightly more challenging to do, but we'll have a go at him later and see what we can come up with. And so you're going to be left pretty much with this, just legs and a belt, and the two backpack pouches here. So you just push your scalpel in between the butt cheek pouches here, and that's going to loosen that bit of plastic there and push that in. It's going to look like they were always supposed to be there. Now, to glue these, I would recommend using the tiniest dab of sprue glue, and that's just pieces of sprue put inside a pot of plastic glue, and it creates like a bonding material you can use. Now, I have some that I made earlier here, and as you can see, they turned out kind of fine. This guy blowing his trumpet. The cavalrymen come with backpacks on, and you can see there, if we go really close in, you'll be able to see the bond that the sprue glue has made. It's just sticking out there. The reason why I've done that is because from this angle scale, you can't see it, you can't tell, it doesn't matter. But it does give him just a little something for when you're painting him, and there'll be a gap there. You covered up the gap without having to use any modeling putty or anything, just where it's squeezed out. And the same with this other gentleman here. A little bit more dynamic pose. He is bending over, fighting and yeah, they've come out fairly nicely. Quite like this pose; is pretty good. He's sort of bending towards, standing on the barrel. So yeah, they'll slot into the little movement trays here and become part of my command platoon. So just a short video there, just how to make these. If you'd like to see any more videos like this, please like and subscribe to my channel.